Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Motive for another awesome evening here of racing. Unfortunately this is the last Clio race of the evening here at Monza. You're joined for the Tier 2 race, which we're just about to get underway. Currently 13 minutes left to qualify, and you're joined here with Honey Badger Matt and Andy, who shall be joining us very shortly. I don't know if he's here at the moment, but the boys are just out on their warm-up laps at the moment, trying to get the tyres up to temperature before pushing as much as we can. Currently on board with Pro Alpha, one of our late joiners here for the season, but he has shown his pace throughout the races he's taken part in. At the moment, going into the last round, we do have Eris Umber leading the championship by 31 points behind Miztec. Miztec unfortunately not able to join us this evening. Then in third we do have Smoky Devil, fourth we have Yonko, fifth we have Emo Guy, sixth we have Hov, seventh is Iron Mango, eighth is Evan, 12th we've got Malik, 13th Kurt Hodgson, 14th is Gypsy George, and then just at the back unfortunately we have got Quiet Man. So yeah, we should be having a very interesting evening here at Motive. Obviously this is the Tier 2. We do have the Tier 1 coming up shortly after this with a full grid of drivers, very competitive. They have been doing a lot of practice, and the championship still undecided for that, as we saw last night, the GT championship coming down to the last race. So yeah, if you do like what you see ladies and gentlemen, feel free to join our Discord and sign up for Season 2, where there is a link to Season 2 on our Facebook page, and you can join in and be on the grid for Season 2. It looks like Pro Alpha's very happy with his first stint. Goes back in the pits to cool down his tyres, get some more fuel in, off he goes again. Currently on pole at the moment is his son, Pro Fubby. So he wants to improve on that. Definitely a father-son battle, which we have seen throughout Motive, especially with Seb Astevano and his father. We've also got another little battle going on in Tier 2, so hopefully these two boys make it up into Tier 1. Obviously we do have the rule here at Motive that the top 6 of the championship in Tier 2 do move up, with unfortunately the bottom 6 of Tier 1 going down, just to try and keep it as competitive as we can. We do imply that rule. There we go ladies and gentlemen, you can see the drivers currently using the slipstreaming, as this track does have 2 long straights, so we'll have to keep an eye on this throughout qualifying. As to whether someone's going to use this to effect is put themselves on pole. Currently we do have Pro Fubby on pole with a 54.9, only 1/10 behind there is Eris Umber, our season a championship leader at the moment in Tier 2. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Prophobia looking pleased with his lap at the moment. Well, it looks like he's going to come out one last time with 6 minutes to go of this qualifying session for the last race of the season here at Motive Racing Tier 2 Clio Cup. We are at Monza short for this race this evening. A lot of practice has been happening between these boys, as you can see on the splits. Half a second between the top 5 at the moment, so it looks like it's going to be very close for their 30-minute race this evening.
Yeah, it's looking really, really close at the moment here, honey guys. So obviously we've got our championship leader, Aries Umber, sat in second place in the standings in the qualifying at the moment. And he's got a 33-point lead going into this one, but, or no, sorry, a 31-point lead. But the man in second place in the championship in this stage, unfortunately unable to join us here this evening. So it looks as though it's going to be down to Smoky Devil to try and take the win off of Aries Umber for the championship, but it looks very unlikely because he would need Aries Umber to either disconnect or not finish, and he would have to take the win himself. It's 33 points behind in the championship, so it would be a very tall order to say the least. Albeit impossible here. I think Aries Umber is going to be a baptism of fire here for him, and we're looking forward to seeing him in Tier 1 for the Clio next season.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said earlier, it's going to be a very big mix-up for the boys in Tier 1 with these fast boys in Tier 2 moving up, so they'll definitely have to keep an eye on the pace these boys are showing tonight.
And just a quick side note for anybody watching this who was expecting to see deck paint on the track. It was a very, very unfortunate incident on Friday, wasn't there, Honey Badger, involving deck paint, which is unfortunately resulted in his departure from Motor Racing. It's the same to see, but that sort of thing happens, and unfortunately when driving
Can you hear me now, Andy? There we go. I was just trying to sort out my mic. I was just going to say, have you got your eyes on them for this one? Obviously, the father-son duo currently sitting at the front of the order for the start of this race, but also got the championship leader in between them pair. So, who have you got your eyes on? Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting. A lot of slipstreaming could be done to change up the order in the first few laps. So we'll have to keep our eyes on the boys even at the back. Yeah, brilliant restart there. Good to see all the boys getting through that first section. Very tight with a lot of these little Clios trying to fight for the same part of the track. But obviously, we did see Eris Umbra currently going backwards, battling it out with 3 wide through the last corner. And it looks like Pro Alpha's getting away at the moment, so definitely won't want to be sticking around with that battle behind. Yeah, very unfortunate, but obviously this being a half an hour race, only currently 2 minutes in, so still plenty of time and laps to get back up to these boys up at the front. Plenty of slipstreaming to be done with these long straights. There we go, it was sorted. I was just letting everyone know we are live on Facebook. As we see, these boys now going too wide, coming across the finish line to start their 5th lap. Currently only 4 minutes into this race. We're currently about to be 3 wide. No, Swiss Tony pulls out of it. Very safe driving there. Summer's up the inside though. Swiss Tony's just behind now. Summer's going to be on the inside though. Swiss Tony backs out. These boys all working well together to try and get away from Gypsy George and Yomko. Just as you see at the back of the picture there, those blue and black cars flashing the lights. Pro Alpha up the inside there, into the last corner. Harris number 4 to take that wide line. Oh, a touch of wheels, very unfortunate. Yeah, no worries. Andy shall be on the grid for this evening's Tier 1 race, so the best of luck to him. Obviously we are currently on board with Pro Alpha, and I don't know if Andy's going to be on the cameras throughout the rest of this race, but it does look like it's going to be exciting throughout. We do still have 25 minutes left of this though, ladies and gentlemen. Please stay tuned. Looks like it's going to be brilliant. Please comment below who do you think is going to win this one. Obviously we're just seeing that small incident. Things can be changed very quickly. So there we go, just in front of that red car we see Swiss Tony. Very fortunate to get it out in front of these boys due to that little touch of wheels on the home straight a couple of laps ago. He's got that 2.5 second gap now out in front of Pro Alpha and Eris Umbra, our championship leader at the moment. Just behind we do see that battle for 4th position between those 3 cars. Unfortunately looks like Yonko does have a penalty at the moment. If you're just joining us, ladies and gentlemen, this is our Tier 2 race, the last Clio race of the season, very unfortunately, but we do have a lot in the plans for Season 2. Obviously keeping these Clios, some brilliant racing we have seen throughout the season. If you'd like to check it out, have a look on our YouTube page. All the races are uploaded after the stream's finished. Just coming into the first corner now on lap 8, the battle for second between Pro Alpha and Eris Umbra. Swiss Tony still sitting out in front very comfortably. There we are again, we see that long camera shot in that red car currently leading this race. Eris Umbra all over the back of Pro Alpha at the moment, trying to find any way past as he can. Coming into the first corner now on lap 9 of this race. Unfortunately Andy has had to go for his dinner, so I can't change the cameras at the moment, but it does look like we are going to watch a brilliant battle for second position. Doesn't look like anything's going on at the moment, just behind. Obviously Swiss Tony's currently being chased down by these boys. They have caught 6/10 up in the last lap. So it does look like it is going to be battle for the podium between these 3 boys as the race goes on. If you do have any questions to ask, ladies and gentlemen, feel free to comment. I've just seen Jay Palmer's just come in. Is full damage on? No, unfortunately not at the moment. We do not have full damage on. a fairly new racing league this is, and a lot of new drivers in Tier 2 with Miztech, who unfortunately can't join us this evening. He had the game 3 weeks, and obviously we do want these boys to have the best racing experience they can, and at the moment that won't be spent in the pit lane fixing damage. So in time these drivers will get used to not making mistakes like touching the grass or curbs or whatever, and will be able to race with full damage, and it will be coming in the future, J Palm. There we go, it does look like these boys are chasing down our race leader at the moment, Swiss Tony. We see Pro Alpha just being pushed by Eris Umbra down the home straight to start lap 10 with 20 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen. 1.3 seconds is the gap now. Pro Alpha can see Swiss Tony in his sights very well now as they come through this very twisty part of the track here at Monza Short. Onto the back straight they go. You can see that gap shortened massively now. They've caught another 10th through that first sector. They're down to less than 20 minutes now. The current championship standings, ladies and gentlemen, you were looking at the car chasing down Pro Alpha is Eris Umbra, our championship leader at the moment. He's currently, I think, 31 points in front of his nearest rival, so it does look like he's got this one wrapped up at the moment. I think the only way it could be changed is if he did disconnect and Smokey Devil was to win the race. It doesn't look like that's going to happen at the moment, as we do see this 3-car battle happening now, as there's only 4 tenths in between these boys, so it does look like slipstream has come into effect and they have managed to catch up to Swiss Tony. So that little touch of bumpers there hasn't changed this race up very much. These boys will be wanting to battle hard, and now with less than 20 minutes to go, we're about to reach the halfway mark, ladies and gentlemen. On to lap 13 now. Swiss Tony being chased down by these two brilliant drivers. They've shown their class throughout season 1. Obviously Eris Umbra having that brilliant battle with Deck Paint at Alton Park last week, coming down to the last corner, and Deck Paint taking the win by 0.2 of a second. If you did miss that, ladies and gentlemen, feel free to have a look at our YouTube channel. It is on there. These drivers very consistent, as you can see, all taking the same lines, all trying to push each other around this track. At the moment they don't want to be going for any overtakes, they're just happy to slipstream each other and sit in there at the moment. I'm guessing Eris Umbra isn't bothered about this evening's race. He knows he's won the championship at the moment. He would like to take the win, I suppose, but with 17 minutes to go he isn't going to be making any winning moves at the moment. Obviously this track, 2 long straights, a lot of slipstreaming can be done down those, and it can change the outcome of each lap. As we saw there, Swiss Tony did have a 3-second gap due to a small touch of wheels, just as we're looking now, about 5 laps ago, and these boys have managed to chase him back down. So I wouldn't be expecting any massive overtakes to come at the moment, but in the commentator booth we do love to see this sort of stuff, battles going on, and as viewers, are you at home, obviously you want to be seeing this. but as a driver, obviously, you're just happy to sit in there. It does look like though Pro Alpha did get the run out of there on Swiss Tony. Just swerved to one side, but he's happy to pull back in behind him. Let him do all the work. Obviously, these boys behind will be saving fuel, and they can let off the gas as they catch up to Swiss Tony. And just Swiss Tony hits the curb there, though. It does look like he might have ran a bit wide. We're too wide, ladies and gentlemen, out of the last corner. Swiss Tony to our left in that red car, Pro Alpha. Next to him on the inside for the first corner, Aris Umbra just sitting behind at the moment, waiting for them to make a mistake. Across the line to start lap 16, too wide into the first corner. Brilliant driving from these pair. A little touch there, but they managed to keep it going. Swiss Tony on the inside. It's going to be back to the inside for Pro Alpha, and Swiss Tony just pulls behind Pro Alpha there. Very good driving into the first corner. Through that first sector, a good little battle going on. Obviously these boys aren't going to be bothered about who's behind anymore. A 15-second gap to fourth position, sorry. So these boys know if they do battle it out, no one's going to be chasing behind. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. If you are just joining us here at Motive Racing, you're currently watching the last race of the season, unfortunately. Our three cars currently battling out for the podium spot here at Monza Short. The championship looks to be tied up with Aris Umbra, our second position driver at the moment, just at the back of your picture. We are on board with Pro Alpha, our race leader at the moment. And it has been a brilliant first half of this race. We have seen a few touch of wheels. Obviously in these Clios you do want to battle it out, and you can do so in these cars. So now it does look like Swiss Tony's backing off a little bit. He has dropped back about a second now. These two boys pushing on. Aris Umbra obviously is going to be our champion for Tier 2 this evening if things go well, and he will be wanting to get the win if he can as well. That will make him a very happy gentleman. He has been racing very well here at Motive in Tier 2 throughout the season in all classes. Obviously we don't just have the Clios, we do also have the GTEs, GT5s, but also next season we do have well, starting tomorrow we do have a Dirt 2 league. Obviously that being a free game this month, we do want to get new drivers in and show them how good that game is. We do also have a GT3 league starting and an LMP2 league, but also announced today we do have a NASCAR league starting, mainly for American users, but also will be for all around the world basically. But if you do like any of those classes, feel free to join our Discord server. A link is on our Facebook page, and you can sign up for season 2 starting in 2 weeks. You can sign up there.
I was going to say, for European users are happy to stay up until 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning. They're more than welcome to join us for the NASCAR league, so it's going to be more aimed at American audiences, sort of. To be hosted by our regular commentator and producer here, Sebastian. You would have heard of us speaking all the time. So I'm looking forward to this one, and let's hope that the Europeans can really push the Americans a challenge around the bank turns at Daytona, Indy, Texas, and all these different places. And some road circuits used to be on the calendar as well, honey badger. So
yeah, it's definitely another aspect to Motive that we are happy to have. It will bring some brilliant racing.
Here we've got Aries has got a great run on Swiss Tony here coming up towards 500 percent.
I was just about to say, you have missed some brilliant racing whilst you've been gone. These positions have been changing non-stop every lap.
Yeah, I think that I'm glad that I picked the right camera view. I knew that I had to go away for a bit, so I'm glad that he's got this car out there. So he was the right call. So I'm right on board with the Aries. You can see what he's doing here behind Chris Tony. He's going to have to complete that Aries number. It looks like all the type of person who's going to take the championship here for our Tier 2 Clio Cup League here at Motorsport Racing. So he's still not content with the championship. He wants to take a double here this season for our Tier 2 racing. So sticking to the back of Chris Tony, not letting these guys pro Alpha and Chris Tony get out of his sight this season. So once again leading out of the picture. Oh, Alpha looks like this guy, this team might actually be a risk of losing this 16 here, because Alpha's putting a very strong pace. I'm going to say that though, on the brakes, it looks like Chris Tony's pacing a little bit here.
Yeah, we did see earlier in the race, obviously, a touch of wheels between
Looks like Hovno's been closed in on now by Yomko. In fact, last time around, Yomko 8 tenths of a second faster than Hovno. We see Hovno getting a little bit loose there coming out of Parabolic, and now Yomko's going to get a lovely run here as we exit the final corner now, avoiding that curve on the left-hand front. It's going to be absolutely flying, and you see here Yomko dropping into the slipstream, the closing speed. Absolutely rapid. If you just get alongside him in front of the braking zone, here we go. Hovno leaves the door absolutely wide open. Yomko looks to the inside. Is he going to go for the move? Oh, we see Hovno up, making temporary slightly. He's going to look up there and the left side to see Yomko is trying to get past him as hard as he can. He's doing everything he possibly can. He can't get round him for the time being. It looks like Hovno gets a horrible exit there coming onto the back straight, and now it looks like Hovno's going to sort of over here, boosting into a 16 here.
Yeah, some brilliant racing we've seen this evening already in these Clios. Obviously these cars are able to be able to touch, but very competitive as we've seen. We do still have a full grid of cars coming after this. Only 9 minutes left of this race, so our Tier 1 boys shall be getting prepared shortly and ready to be out on track for 2 races. Yomko runs wide as he comes onto the back straight now. However, has the run on him coming into the Parabolka. There we are, that slipstream coming into effect. Yeah, not the best race this evening from Smokey Devil. I think if Eris Umbra wasn't to win this race, it wasn't to finish this race, sorry, for our next competitor to win the championship, it would have to be Smokey Devil winning the race. I think that's how it went for the points. So obviously not the best for Smokey Devil this evening. Yeah, I'm just looking at the standings at the moment. Smoky Devil does have 57 championship points, but Yonko's just behind with 54. So this could come down to the last few laps. Obviously, Smoky Devil isn't in front of Yonko at the moment, so it isn't tied up for third position in the championship. Oh, and they touch it. Oh, very unfortunate. Yeah, it does look like on the timing sheets it's oh yeah, because Miztech has it, unfortunately, yeah. So this is for second. It does look like they're at the front. The battle's still very close. 3 tenths between the top 3. Yeah, 4 minutes to go now, Andy. Brilliant battle for these boys throughout the whole race, changing positions every single lap. Ladies and gentlemen, comment who you think is going to get away with this one and take the win. Does look like it's 3 wide though, Andy. Run out of fuel. He's got no petrol. Oh no. Two minutes to go, Andy. Who do you think is going to take this one? Then it's anyone's bet for me at the moment. Yeah. Yeah, I can understand where you're coming from. That obviously watched the whole race. He has spent most of the race at the back of this group, just conserving tyres and conserving fuel. And not really taking any risks, just following that race line and just watching these boys, watching where they make mistakes, where they're slower than him, and as you say, ready to launch an attack at the end. Yeah, looks like Swiss Tony's got the run now on the inside of Arizona. Arizona taking the wide line, trying to get a run on these boys through the first corner. He's going to have the inside line now. Now he looks to have pulled back a little bit. There we go, he gets it done just in front of Swiss Tony, but Swiss Tony's got the inside now coming onto the back straight. Yeah. Not to interrupt, Daniel, let's watch this final battle for our second position in the championship. Obviously the last race of the year. Oh, Smokey Devil runs wide in the last corner. Very unfortunate there. He does come back on though in fourth position. He does have a penalty. So it does look like Smokey Devil's going to take second in the championship. As they cross the line, Hovnov just behind. Yeah, brilliant race. Brilliant race this evening, but overall season, obviously, we have seen some brilliant battles. Even last week at Alton Park, 2/10 between Eris Umbra and Deck Paint. If you do like what you see, ladies and gentlemen, and if you do want to join in Season 2, you can sign up now. On Facebook, there is a link to our Discord. Please feel free to join us. Thanks for joining us, guys. Make sure to stay around.